Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning and welcome. It's Nurse Richard the Wax Wizard. Thank you for joining me. Compilation today and some interesting ones in. I think you're going to enjoy them and a couple of stories behind each one as well. The first one, have a look at this. Now, what do you think has caused this to be pushed up against the canal wall? I'll give you a second. Hang on a minute. Just have a listen out. We might be able to hear who's on his way. That's right, it's my old mate Buddy. Buddy is back, the cotton bud, and I'm getting increasingly more and more people who think it's a great idea to shove a cotton bud in your ear. Obviously it's not, it's absolutely ridiculous. But I get why some people do it in desperation, but just have a think to yourselves, kids, before you try it at home. Please don't try it at home. Now this chap, he's really squashed it against the side of his canal wall as well. Where it is glaring quite a bit, there's obviously quite a bit of dead skin involved in it because it's been stuck to the canal wall for quite a while, I think. And it was quite surprising this, when I was peeling it away, just how stuck this thing was. I'm just taking a second to get it into focus there. So yeah, it glares because of the more freshly shed white skin, and took some getting out. I thought it would be dead easy when I first saw that, but the reason why I didn't use any forceps or anything at this time was because I wanted to unpeel it from the canal wall. If I just yanked that out, chances are it might well cause some trauma, or it would certainly be a little bit uncomfortable if I didn't loosen it first before pulling it out. What I haven't really realised at the moment that it's just a bit stuck at the bottom of the ear canal, but as soon as that bit lifts up, then it all comes out. Before I go any further, I've just got some exciting news for you. If it's something that you're interested in, you may have seen that I previously have recommended some earphones from my friends at Like Me. Do some great earphone products, the ones that don't go in your ears, and they've been in touch with me today, saying they noticed in a lot of the comments, there it is coming out, lovely, bit pink this ear out. They noticed that in a lot of the comments on those reviews that I did of their products, that people were asking about other types of products. And so what they've done is, I said, well, why not give them a discount? Why not give my viewers a discount on every single product? They've kindly agreed. So you can get ones like the Cozy Fit that I've previously reviewed, the Cozy Clip, which is one that clips like this, they're really clever, and one called the Cozy Snug, which is designed for sleeping in, especially good for side sleepers. So they've agreed to give a discount on every single one of them products. Bit pink there, you can see, but yeah, you could hear again very well. So above me, I'll just put a quick, you'll scroll through a few of the products that you'll be able to see, and you can get any single one of them products. All you got to do is enter the code, the Wax Wizard, when you go into the checkout, and that will get you a discount on every single product in that shop that's headphone related. Anyway, feel free to take advantage of that. I'll try and put a link up. It only works on YouTube. I'll put a link up above me as well, directly to their website. That doesn't work for you, I'll put it in the description. Anyway, that's enough of that. I thought you might appreciate that. I'm working hard trying to get good deals for you, so there you go. Anyway, this next one was a chap that I've literally just seen about half an hour ago, and he probably had one of the hairiest ear entrances I've seen in a long time. It was a proper jungle, and if you're probably thinking, bit of a tough watch this, bit difficult to see what's going on, have a think how it was for me. It was no fun for me either, because trying to see through all this. Now, if you put the endoscope through all that hair, you're literally bumping into the wax. You wouldn't be able to get any perspective really, so you just got to grin and bear it, unfortunately, sometimes. And you do get a lot of people say, oh, why don't you trim it, why don't you pull it out? It never bothers me enough that I feel like I would need to do that. And pulling them out would be quite unpleasant and quite uncomfortable, and I don't think the patient would thank you for it either. Now I am going to need, I knew as soon as I saw this, and as soon as I felt it, how solid it was, that the suction alone was not going to work in an ear like this. But what I wanted to do first is create a little gap so I can fit a little tool in there, which you can just about see. There's a darkened area just to the left of that plug now, so I'm just loosening it a little bit, and I've made a little gap, so then the next time I go in, I'm going to be able to get the Cawthorn hook in, and ultimately it was that did the trick. Because I was there, it's like fighting through the jungle, isn't it? In deepest, darkest rainforest. There was a few, well, more than a few actually, hairs embedded in this plug as well, which you'll see. I've got a close-up of it after this. But I'm just going to dig that in. It worked really well, this. I do love a Cawthorn hook. It is one of, if not my favourite, manual tool. It's great for stuff like this. It really is. And out it, I've missed the pop. There you go. It's too late. That would have been a perfect one as well, wouldn't it? Look at all the, it looks like a little porcupine, doesn't it? Or a hedgehog. And unsurprisingly, this ear canal looks a little bit pink, a little bit pinky red, a little bit unhappy. And that's no doubt because of what's been in there for so long as well. But he was gobsmacked at the difference. Left a very happy customer indeed. He was instantly gratified. He first noticed it when he was in the car, actually. And he was in his car, he turned his radio on and he's like, oh, one of my speakers has gone. So he's trying to change the stereo on it. Like, no, one of my speakers has gone. It's definitely not working. And someone else got in his car. Like, no, it's not your speaker, mate. It's working absolutely fine. He just couldn't hear out of one side. Right, this last one, little quick story behind this. Now, there's not much to remove, but there's a very good reason why we did remove it. And that is because this is an audiologist friend of mine. Not one of the famous ones. But this lady's probably my local audiologist, and we share a lot of customers, because obviously I do wax removal, she does hearing tests and hearing aids, and she doesn't do wax removal, her company doesn't do the wax removal, and obviously I'm not an audiologist, so I don't do hearing tests. So anyone who needs a hearing test, when they come to me, I'll send them to her, and vice versa. If someone comes into her and it's not a hearing test they need, it's wax removal, then she sends them to me. Works both ways. But the reason she needed this clearing was because she was going on a training course. So she wanted it squeaky clean, if possible, because they were going to use her as a model, not for wax removal, but for like doing moulds and hearing aid fitting. So she said she would have felt a little bit embarrassed if she got there and they were using her ear and like, oh, we can't do it on yours because you've got a little bit in there. So she came to see me, and we got it out for her, free of charge, mates rates. It's because they send so much business my way, so it was only fair that I did that for her. So lovely textbook eardrum. Hello to you watching, by the way. I know you might watch the odd one video. So again, I'm using one of Neil's curettes here. And just trying to gently get some of this little bit of lateral wax out, just so it looks tidier for her. Not that it's going to make any difference, but just so it looks a little bit tidier when she's got loads of other audiologists looking inside her ears. Anyway, there it is, squeaky clean. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to, if you want to buy some of those products before with a discount on everything, then use the code WaxWizard on I'll put a card next to me as well, so you'll be able to take you straight to their website. But it will be in the description as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourself, and I will see you later. Ta-da.